here, hasn't he? And you're right, Mathieu van der Poel looking like he's barely breathing, third wheel right there for Alpecin de Koning. They are ready to do a big lead out, but of course they've got competition on the right hand side of the screen from the Australian team, Jaco Alula, who have Dylan Groenewegen, penultimate wheel, so he has a sweeping rider just tucked in behind him. And the rider's really pressing up here. One or two of them getting caught the wrong side of the cycle path. That commuter on the cycle path getting a little bit of a scare, being in the middle of the bunch. These four hang on to 14 seconds with just under 6 kilometres to go of this, the 109th edition of Scheldeprijs. In the middle now, it's Astana, Kazakhstan, who have Mark Cavendish tucked in. He's got 3 riders in front of him right now in the light green. Cav has looked nervous and on it all day today, in a good way though, I think, Robbie. And there he sits, the British champion, 4th wheel with 3 teammates in front of him.
Yep, he's had that really concentrated look on his face, a look of determination all day long, and the team looks more concentrated. They're more cohesive around him today, so let's hope for them and they can get the job done. Fabio Jakobsen's made his way up to the wheel of Jasper Philipsen, so Jakobsen, he's chosen who he wants to follow. Jaco Alula, they started pretty hard, pretty early, 6k to go. They've now been able to just slot onto the wheel of another team who's come over the top of them. They're just keeping Dylan Groenewegen in good position, and it's a really important right-hand corner coming up very, very shortly now. They've got the break in their sights. That narrow corner, that's where you need to be at the front.
These are the final 5 kilometres of this, the 109th edition of Scheldeprijs, with me, Jez Cox, and Robbie McEwen. We have 4 riders who are just about to be swallowed up by the peloton, who is led by some of the best sprint trains in the business and some of the best sprinters in the business, ready to do their thing. 5 kilometres to go. Mathieu van der Poel and his Alpecin de Koning team ready to lead out the informed sprinter of the season, Jasper Philipsen, the 25-year-old Belgian, who is in white-hot form at the moment. Let's see if they can make it count. Will they be able to use Mathieu van der Poel in their final drill down? It's going to be Cyril Dessel who's going to be the last one to be caught. It's been a great ride by this Belgian rider today for Bingol Wallonie Bruxelles, and he will be the last rider out there by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're not giving up without a fight, this breakaway. It is coming to an end, still 3.8 to go, and the lead out ramping up behind, still Alpecin de Koning. They've taken a couple of them back, so just the one man remaining in front now in Dessel with 4k to go, and they are almost now at that right-hand corner. He's hanging on, but it's only going to be a few more seconds. He'll be swallowed up and spat down towards the back. It's still Alpecin de Koning in control. Lotto Destiny with Caleb Ewan moving forward now. Jaco Alula a little bit swamped, shuffled backwards, trying to make their way back up through the centre. Here they swing out for the entrance to that right-hand turn.
Yeah, this is when it starts to get technical and tricky, and just as we thought it might be, Mathieu van der Poel is leading at the moment. And
look at
making
Jakobsen without teammates, but using Alpecin de Koning as his own.
Yeah. Jakobsen is sitting just at the back of that steering. Fabio Jakobsen in that European Champions jersey. DSM trying to move up too, as are Entomache Circus Wanty with Kelt Matthijssen. Emils Leipen's also moving up there as well, right in the middle for Trek Segafredo. There's a lot of looking around going on, Robbie.
Yeah, Syriza just up on the footpath briefly there. Lotto Destiny trying to come through with Caleb Ewan. Groenewegen be shuffled a bit further back. He's on the left-hand side, but it's still Alpecin de Koning for Jasper Philipsen, giving him an armchair ride. Here comes DSM now on the left for Sam Welsford.
Still Mathieu van der Poel leads at the front for Alpecin de Koning, but there's not too many long straights just yet. We're about to get into the longer straights, though, and really the speed being ramped up out of that as we see the peloton thinning down. It is still Alpecin de Koning who've got absolutely everything right so far. Can they bring it home for Jasper Philipsen? If he's in the right position, he's back on the radio again. I presume he's on the radio to Mathieu van der Poel at the front saying just a bit more, a little bit more, just ring it out.
Yeah, Van der Poel just trying to get him to that next right-hander and then line them up to get to that chicane that's coming up shortly. So Van der Poel through first, riders pushing up the inside from DSM. They got separated now. They're shuffled back a little bit from Alpecin de Koning, but this is not such a bad thing for them because the riders coming through now for DSM, they are pushing on. So Alpecin de Koning, they slot in there with Philipsen. Cav still on the wheel of his teammate Kees Bol coming through. Ewan being brought up on the right-hand side in the wheel of Jasper de Burst in the red. And if you're too far back now, you must make your move or you're out of it.
Raymond Sinkendam being called back in to do a little bit more for Alpecin de Koning there, the Dutchman. And now come Lotto Destiny. Caleb Ewan, easily recognisable style, the back of that string of red and light blue jerseys at the front there. They've popped up at just the right time by the looks of it. Lotto Destiny haven't done too much. They've been adding ones and twos to the chase, and now they're there in good numbers. DSM seem to have spread themselves a little bit more now as well. Florian Sénéchal, the French champion, right in the middle. Fabio Jakobsen, though, I do still think he is freestyling it a little bit more today, Robbie, and picking his wheels as he wants to, not necessarily looking for his teammates either. Where is he? He's got one, though. There we go. He has picked up one as well on the outside.
Yeah, he's got Van Lerberg at the moment with him. Jaco Alula coming with Groenewegen on the right-hand side in the blue and white, but it's still Lotto Destiny. Caleb Ewan, third wheel through under the kilometre to go. And this is where the rush is going to come. The road opens up again, so you've got plenty of room. There comes Groenewegen up the middle, right-hand side. Moschetti from Q36.5. But it's Lotto Destiny with a big lead out. Alpecin coming now on the left of Caleb Ewan with Jasper Philipsen.
Groenewegen right in the middle of the shot there, getting onto Moschetti's wheel. Moschetti's been delivered, though, and he's jumped onto the back wheel of Jasper Philipsen by the looks of it. Sam Welsford appears to be fourth wheel right now. Caleb Ewan battling for that, and Dylan Groenewegen just on the back wheel of Caleb Ewan. A lot of bashing. Moschetti finds his way into the back wheel of Caleb Ewan, and the sprinting is starting. The final lead out coming now by the looks of it for Jasper de Bust. Jasper de Bust, Jonas Rickard, Sam Welsford in the middle, Mark Cavendish to the left, Gavin Tyson also popping up. It's going to be wide. Mark Cavendish right in the middle. And Edward turns as well. Jasper Philipsen on the right of the shot, up against the barriers. Has Philipsen done enough? Yes! Right on the line. All that hard work being done by Alpecin de Koning. And Jasper Philipsen looks like he's got it, Robbie. It was close, though. My goodness me, that's a tight left-hander after the finish there, isn't it? But Jasper Philipsen looked great.
Well, the top favourite coming in, Jasper Philipsen, his team dominating that final lap, giving him an armchair ride, and then able just to find his way out. They slid up that left-hand side lane. He passed Caleb Ewan in his lead-out train. It was Jasper de Bust who did the big lead-out. Ewan was caught inside, and Philipsen took full advantage. There was a fair bit of push and shove. Groenewegen trying to just move Cavendish out of his way, had to back out around him and come again. He finished off the podium, but I think Cavendish may have snuck in for third place there, so that is a really encouraging result in any case for Cavendish, but no doubt Jasper Philipsen, fastest man on the day.
It was close, though, Robbie. I'm looking forward to watching that overhead. That was a lot of elbows in use there. I can say it now, by the way. I'm just glad to see the final 2 or 3K of that pass off, by the looks of it, without any problems either. Because at times I thought, my gosh, there's a lot of bouncing going on here.
This is going to be really good to watch from overhead as Jasper Philipsen gets the congratulations. Well, the man in form, he has been since his first race day. Omloop at Nieuwsblad and Kuurne wasn't quite in it to win it. But after that, twice at Tirreno, Brugge de Panne, and now the Scheldeprijs. He is racking them up one after the other.
Yes, he really is.
What a lead out, he says.
Yeah, the team rode faultlessly for him today, actually, and in the end really did have control of that. They bossed it. Absolutely bossed it. Raymond Sinkerdam and others. Mathieu van der Poel playing his part without being the big man as such, just laying down the watts at just the right time and then swinging out of the way, as Robbie suggested he might. He is, I'm sure, ready for Paris-Roubaix at the weekend. I'll echo what you said, Robbie, by the way, as the Englishman here. Great to see Mark Cavendish at the pointy end. We'll wait to see exactly where he finished, but I'm certain he's inside that top 10, unless he slipped a little bit. Coming towards the line, he looked good there.
I think he may have slipped in for third, Jez. He was just ahead of Dylan Groenewegen, who was coming hard and fast, and I think was fourth.
Let's have a look at it again.
Difficult to tell. Here we go from the overhead. So this is where Lotto Destiny still in control, but Caleb Ewan shuffled back. Welsford passed him as well. So you've got Lotto Destiny on the front, but then two riders from Alpecin de Koning, then Welsford, then Caleb Ewan. Then it's Moschetti who slots into Groenewegen. He wanted to follow Ewan. Cavendish then just to the right of Groenewegen, and now gets a run. Look at Hofstetter, I think it is, going. Groenewegen comes out. He's pushing Cavendish. He wants to get out and he can't. The sprint's about to ramp up. Phillipson through the middle, and the door's left open on the inside. Whoever that was that did go, look through, slide up through the inside